Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Sagittarius. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right, so we have the Star card, Aquarius energy. We also have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're viewing you as the Eight of Swords. In the connection, we see the Seven of Swords. Ooh, okay. Some of my Sagittarius, you might be involved elsewhere when you meet this person. But the Seven of Swords certainly can indicate that there's an element of secrecy around this connection. But I almost get more secret admirer vibes, and you might be dealing with a karmic situation here when this person comes in or starts noticing you. Now we see the Two of Pentacles. So it could also be maybe this person is juggling or they're in another connection or something like that. But for a lot of you with the Two of Pentacles, I just feel like this is somebody who's got a lot on their plate. The Star card indicates for me, this Aquarius energy, that this is a connection written in the stars. This is everything you've been hoping for or they've been hoping for. I feel like this is a really healing connection. I also feel like this person with this Queen of Cups is very loving, very nurturing, and they're really looking for someone to share their life with. You know, they don't necessarily need it now, but they want that forward movement. All right, we see the Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who is very abundant. They value connections with family. They have a lot to offer. This is someone who wants to build a legacy, have a family. You know, they want marriage and commitment. All right, and we see the Justice card in reverse. Excuse me, I had to pause the camera there while I sneezed. I don't know where that came from. But the Justice card in reverse, Libran energy, tells me, this person may have to make a decision here, a big decision about telling you how they feel or expressing their secret desires to you. This person may come off as a little bit aloof or like maybe a little bit like giving you the cold shoulder. But again, I feel like that's because you're either involved with a karmic situation or they have something else going on. But they have these like undeniable secret feelings for you that they need to get out. Now, with the Ten of Wands, a lot of my Sagittarius, this is Sagittarius energy, you might be feeling a little bit overburdened or overwhelmed when you meet this person. And this karmic situation doesn't necessarily have to be another relationship, although it might be for a lot of you. But what I'm getting is this Ten of Wands is you've got a lot going on. So maybe it's a really awful living situation or a job that takes up all your time or one that you don't like, or a relationship, or a combination of those things. So let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person. This person may be going through some legal issues when you meet them as well. Like they could be finalizing a divorce. Now, sometimes, depending on where you are, at least in the United States, depending on what state you're in, if you're not divorced and, you know, other people know that you're involved with somebody else, it can negatively impact the settlement. So that could also be a reason for secrecy. Because I don't really get like necessarily this person is like a cheater or they're with somebody else. And they want you. Now, maybe they are loosely dealing with somebody else. That's definitely a possibility. But it feels more like they see you in this karmic situation than anything, or there's some legal issues going on. This person may be a traveler. They enjoy new experiences, places, and people. They might have great stories to tell about their travels. Okay, they could be an Aries or have strong Aries in their chart. They exhibit strength and resilience. They're a risk taker. They have a carefree, youthful personality. All right, you're going to feel super at ease with this person who's really approachable. All right, and we also get Gemini energy. All right, so symbolized by the twins, ruled by Mercury. They're the thinkers and communicators of the zodiac with many facets. All right, so I definitely see that they're going to flirt with you through witty banter. There's going to be good communication. It's fun. It's playful. Now, the Queen of Cups tells me this person is also very loving and very nurturing. All right, they're intuitive and they're creative, and I just kind of feel like they're a little bit in awe of you, Sagittarius. So whatever the obstacles or perceived obstacles that there are here, like this person's going to be, you know, like they're just in awe of you, and they feel like it's something they can't let pass them by. So this is going to be a telepathic connection. This person is an awesome cook, and we see that this person enjoys tarot. All right. What else do we need to know about this connection? What else do we need to know about this connection? All right, so this person is around you, but I do kind of get that there's some sort of third-party interference on one or both sides. And like I said, it can be a romantic relationship, it can be work, it can be distance, it can be, you know, it can be many different things. This person, sudden wealth, so I feel like this person meeting you, Sag, they're like, it's like hitting the jackpot. Okay, you may feel that way as well. And we see gift energy in reverse. This is somebody here who has worked very hard for what they have. When this card comes through, it's an indication for me, Sag, that this is someone where nothing has been handed to them. You know, they've fought tooth and nail for their success and for their stability. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? All right, they're going to come into your life when you least expect it. They called you the other night. This person may have 3 siblings, and they spend their money quickly. So they're definitely not stingy. And I also think this is them either taking you out on dates or buying you nice things. Their love language here might be gift giving. All right. And we see that this person might go by a nickname. They also might really love the color green or have green eyes or be wearing green when you meet them. Now we have the 8 of Swords, all right? So this is how they're viewing you. They're viewing you in some sort of karmic situation, or maybe because of whatever's going on in their life, whether it's finalizing a divorce, or maybe they are seeing somebody else casually or something. You know, they feel like, you know, I don't know if that you're not seeing them or that you're overthinking this, or you're in some sort of karmic situation. All right, they see you as the Emperor, Aries energy, so you both might have Aries in your chart, or they, you know, they see you as kind of like how they see themselves, this strong, successful, carefree, youthful personality, not afraid to take risks, but also knowing your boundaries and your standards. This is divine counterpart stuff. But also the Page of Wands in reverse. They also know that you have some sort of hesitation here, Sag. Most likely because you're feeling overwhelmed, or there's some obstacles that need to be overcome before you two can be together. But this is definitely strong Aries energy, the Fool, something that you will or you want to risk. You want to take a risk. You want to take a leap of faith here with this person. But you might have to drop some baggage first, or maybe they do. All right, so let's go ahead and see what they notice about you or what they really like about you. Yeah, they see you as a really good person. The Samaritan archetype refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And they see you as a bit of a rebel. Ooh, I love this. You challenge authority to affect social change. You reject spiritual systems that don't serve your inner needs. All right, and we have healer. So we have a passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit, and an ability to help transform pain into healing. So some of you may work in, in healing, the healing arts, or in medicine, but I just kind of feel like this person feels so at home with you, or this feels like such a healing connection. Now, the Seven of Swords, like I said, can be an element of secrecy around this connection, either because of legal issues, because you work together, because of third parties. But for a lot of you, I get more than anything that this is a secret admirer. All right, and we see strengthening intuition. This connection heightens your ability to sense alignment and misalignment. When I get this card, Sag, it usually tells me like you see how much this person has to offer and how much it's in alignment with you and why things in the past didn't work out. All right, we see that this person is committed to learning from experiences. They value evolution over perfection. Okay, and we see learning through contrast. So you two are going to be very different from each other, but these differences invite understanding, and growth comes from awareness. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we see recognizing alignment. So this connection helps you discern resonance from projection. So, you know, I feel like there might be a little bit of a struggle here in the beginning of this connection about, is this really what I want? Am I just projecting what I want? Am I projecting fears onto this? Or, you know, does this connection, does this person really resonate with me? All right. And I think it's probably the latter. All right. Let's see. Anything else my Sagittarius need to know about this connection, please? Friend zoned, okay? A lack of passion in this companionship. I don't think that's the case at all. What I'm getting is you two might be friends. You might also be starting a relationship and you don't really want everybody else to be in on it. All right, some of my Saggies, you might be questioning whether or not, you know, like, you know, can this be a passionate relationship? Can this move beyond friendship? This person is going to pursue you, reaching out. Expect a call or text from your person of interest. Ooh, some elements of this relationship are hidden. So we do get this disguise, this secrecy. But like I said, that can just be a secret admirer. All right. And we also see friendly support. So some of you, this is a connection that moves from friends into something romantic. Friendly support, fairies, guides, and friends give aid. You might be brought together through friends, or you might be friends. And again, maybe you know this person's ex or something, or they know yours, or, you know, it's a friend who, you know, who's been, you know, in love with you for a long time. So just trust your intuition. Spirit saying take steps to speed it up. And we see the month of July. So we're in June. So it feels like this is happening pretty soon, Sag. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.